Welcome back to another episode of Road to Rank 100 with your caster Ryan. I'm going to try my best to keep this instructional and entertaining at the same time. So wish me luck. So to quickly analyze the board, obviously always need wheat, and then you look for what is the hardest thing to get. So I would say that's the 8 clay. Clay is looking pretty sparse. At the same time, that 8, 5, 10 is looking mighty fine, especially because there's a bunch of other areas to get the last 2 resources. So I'm going to take that, get a nice wheat in there. It just feels like a really strong spot to start out. Can't really go wrong. We also have we're forcing him to go to the 8, 4, 3. Which is nice. And then, I can easily just take this spot super strong. And then the question becomes what to do with the road. I could go either way, but I prefer up because then we are cutting him off quicker. So just a nice, easy cutoff. I'm actually going to wait and just because he doesn't have a road in hand, and it's going to be really unlikely for him to get a road anytime soon. I believe his second settlement was, let's see here, the top one. So he has a brick in hand. So I'm just going to keep watching that 4 and see how many times that 4 hits. Anyways, yeah, I can just stack up on resources right now. He's nowhere near threatening me. Now I've got 9. Time to build out. And I think I have him pretty much under control. So I'm actually just going to do 2 roads. I highly dislike when... oh gosh, I might be forced into it right now. When people are able to start robbing me before I can rob them. It gives them resources that they need. It gives them a chance in a game where they otherwise wouldn't have one. So I try and hold off as long as possible. In this situation, there's not really much else I can do. I'll just end my turn. I also wonder if the game has a feature where the next... like the 7 will be rolled rather quickly after that happens, just to keep the game fair. I have a feeling there might be some sort of come from behind part of this game where, yeah, look at that. That's so annoying. So now he's fighting me for that spot, and I'm going to be really frustrated. I'm not sure what I can do about that either. There's a 10. That's really nice. He still shouldn't be able to have anything. I need a 5 or an 8. Yeah, or a 7. Let's do that, and let's do that, and let's get rid of that as well. So frustrating. Probably my fault. Honestly, 100% my fault. I am digging my own grave, but the lack of 10s has been hurting. I do have to just get a little bit lucky here. Six. He might beat me to that spot, which honestly is okay. It'll just be such an easy game if I can get that first. Yeah, there. Oh, he's waiting. I don't know why he got a wheat with that. He's got a good wheat spot. I wonder what he needs. Just seems weird. Okay, so I have to get it now, right? Unless he's been playing with fire and he has a settlement in hand this whole time. Oh, you dog. That is strong. That's so insane. You know what? Good for him. Good for him. He's keeping himself in it. Man, that'll be really strong if he can get that. That'll be really strong if he can get that. I just don't know what to do. I think I'm going to build one road just to make sure that I stay away from disaster. I'll go down there. 3-to-1 port. Okay, finally. All right, so now I can trade 4-to-1 for my wheat, lock it in. This game's over. He could leave right now, and I would not. He shouldn't feel bad about that. I mean, the only thing he's got going for him is he's got 2 development cards, and he can move the robber around. But I just locked myself in for a really, really strong game. Let's just build to that. I like spending my resources. I don't like getting caught with them. And I don't see fear in losing that 6-11-5 spot. I'll probably build there first prior to the 8-3 in 3-to-1 port, but it just to keep it safe. The 8-3 spot much safer than the 6-5-11. So I don't even know what he's going for at this point. I mean, as soon as an 8 hits, I'm going to have another city. I mean, he probably knows. He's probably doing the same thing over there. He's creating his own YouTube video on how to play Catan, and he's just like, dude, I just got wrecked. Sorry about it. So 2 monopolies right off the bat. A little bit unlucky. At the same time, he's the one buying development cards, and sometimes you get lucky. You live and you die by it. I mean, there's been so many times where I've gotten out of my first 2 development cards 2 victory points, and then it just feels like the game is lost. It becomes so hard to play when you're wasting resources on victory points right from the start. It's brutal. It really is. Which is crazy because at the end of the game, you're praying for a victory point or 2. It makes it so much easier to win when you have 11 points on the board, and then you have 3 victory points in your down cards. I mean, it's pretty nice. It's a nice spot to be in, but not at the beginning of the game. It is never a good thing. Again, all luck, so really hard to control that. So I really like blocking that 9 wheat. The only other stuff, I mean, I don't want to block myself. I could block his 3 ore, but I don't see that much of a reason. I'm going to build a settlement. I want to get that 3-to-1 port, give me a few more options. And then I think the next plan actually is going to lock in longest road. So I'm just going to complete my road right in the middle. We'll get a development card. So development cards and complete that road. And then, I mean, the game is as good as won at this point. We're going to keep trying to fight for the knights. He must not have a knight in there, so I wonder, maybe 1 or 2 victory points. Uncertain that he has on his end, but again, 5 victory points doesn't win you the game, so it really doesn't matter. We're gonna wow, I'm going completely against what I was just saying I was gonna do. We're just gonna follow the cards. Whatever we get, we're gonna buy stuff. We want to spend money. He's been blocking that 8, so I'm gonna do the 6-5-11. He really seems to like blocking that 8, so I just want cards. I want mass amounts of cards. I don't know why he's still playing, to be honest. We'll go there because it's easy for my finger to reach. There's the road that we wanted. Let's get one more city, and we are out of control. I mean, there's no strategy involved at this point. It's a one game. Poor guy. I've been on that side of it, though. I mean, he didn't have a terrible start. He had all 5 resources. He just needed a little bit more luck, which sometimes is what this game comes down to. It's just a little bit of luck. If I were him, I took the 8, 5, 10 in the top right. What could he have done differently? I'm not sure. I think it was a mistake letting me get the 4, 5, 8 where I could build to the left like that. Maybe I would have done, if I were him, the 8, 5, 10, and then built to the left over to the 6, 9, 5. And then at least he's putting me in a tough situation where I have to decide, okay, do I want the 8, 4, 3 to get my brick and my wood, or do I want to block him and take a nice 13 spot? So maybe that would have been that would have been a little bit tougher. He would have put me in a bind. At the same time, the 9, 4, 6 worked perfectly with what he was trying to go for. He just needed a little bit of luck. So, yeah, that's tough. That's tough. Anyways, if you're ever in a situation like this guy, don't feel bad if you leave the game. Say GG, get out of the game. No one will feel bad about it. We're going to go there. We're going to fight for... Just going to keep building stuff, you know. I mean, so on our end, the plan is to get to 15, and I like doing that with development cards. It's by far, at this point, the easiest way to just completely control the game and win. So the reason I built that road instead of getting a development card is I want to make sure that longest road is locked in, and I had an easy way to build a road. So I don't feel bad about that. I'm going to go there. I'm going to use this. I can only use 1 development card per turn, so we'll end our turn. And we're just going to get development cards, build a settlement there. Settlement, development card, and there it is. And that's the ball game. So he tried his best, and so did we, and we happen to get out on top. Very mediocre rating here. Hopefully we'll get up further later on, but 13 minutes, 15 seconds, not bad. So anyways, thanks for joining, and see you guys soon.